hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me... I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship... I'm Zoe Williams. I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate...
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams.
Reason,
and accountability.
The voice of reason.
Hey, you already know what it is. Man, turn this shit up. You already know what it is. Let me just bring it back. Let's just bring this back. Let's get it right. Hey, turn that up, man. Get that volume right. Yeah. Hey, it's 2018. Time don't give a fuck about you. How many of y'all remember Y2K? Time is like, get the fuck out of here. That shit that flew by. I promised myself I wasn't gonna curse, but I'm already past that. That resolution is dead. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason has returned for 2018. Hey, I decided I needed to do this one by myself. I want to say Happy New Year to everybody in the chat room, everybody who's watching live on YouTube. Listen, share, like, comment, do all of that. That helps it trend, you know what I mean? I want to open up the phone lines because I want y'all to talk about whatever is on your mind. And if you need coaching, life coaching, get at your boy. Non-judgmental. Happy New Year to everybody. I see y'all coming in. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I'm the voice of reason. I had to do a throwback voice of reason. Right? This is the throwback voice of reason in format. When I was on the foxhole, you underdig? It was just me. 2 hours, Thursday nights from 8 to 10. And we used to kill it. Have people calling in, dealing with their issues. It's throwback. Let that beat rock. Turn it up. Let's go. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I want to talk about something specific tonight. How to be fearless. How to control what is yours to control. A more in-depth look at the relationship between fear, trust, freedom, and control. This, man... I mean, if y'all serious about it, if y'all really want to get down with the get down, this beats is just Christ. Hey, let me do this real quick. I gotta promote. Do you see this? No, this way. Do you see this? Android Home, you're gonna get 25% off if you use my name. Let's go. If you use my name, 25% off. Zoe Williams at Android Home. I'm still promoting black-owned businesses. Oh no, so the little python look is too much? It's too slick? Oh, okay, cool. Then let's go the deep gray velvet. Jesus Christ. Right? With the carbon fiber bottoms. Yikes. Let's do that then. I mean, it's just filthy. Support black-owned businesses. Get 25% off with my name as a code. Zoe Williams, Android Home. Android like the phone. Ohm, HOMME.com. Android Home. Support black-owned businesses. And I wouldn't be as turned up as I am if it wasn't for Joy Juice. I got Joy Juice. I got Joy Juice. Total Package Energy. I got Joy Juice. Yeah. TotalPackageEnergy.com. Get over there right now and support this business. Every time I drive to Fresno, let me tell you what's happening. I drink 2 of these. And I be up yelling. I had my daughter in the car. She was like, God dang, nigga can't even sleep. I was yelling. I was in the car yelling. New York! Ow! You know, we was listening to Shade 45 and Backspin. Hey! I was turned up. You had to dig? I was on fire, man. It was crazy. Total Package Energy keeps you awake. Energy shot for those who are into fitness. I would say for those doing those long-ass drives, you want to do Total Package Energy. You under dig? Let me tell you where I got your under dig from. I got it from 2 people. And it's unconscious because I respect both of these guys. I got your under dig as a term from E40. E40 says that all the time. You under dig? But as a reflex, I be listening to the homie Tariq. And Tariq says you dig a lot. So I be trying to catch myself like, oh shit, you said this shit again. But I respect all my homies, everybody. No disrespect to nobody. I'm coming into 2018 on some real shit. On some straight shit. On some real, listen, we got work to do as a people. This is why I'm doing today's show the way I'm doing it. Because normally I want the ladies in here. I want them expounding on shit from their perspective. I want to create this open-ended, non-judgmental, objective kind of conversation base for them to speak. But today I was like, nah. I got to do some coaching because our people need it. There's something going on in our community that's real foul, that's real evil. Evil. I said evil, yes. You under dig? So I was like, I need to coach. I need to open up the lines and coach, right? People who got issues, people who got problems, people that got shit going on in their lives. If you want a real conversation with a real person who's as fucked up as you, call me right now. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Because we need to fix some shit. One of the things we need to fix is relationship specialists have to be in successful relationships in order to be relationship specialists. That's circular logic, dumbass. We have to break it down. Because you can't then go back and say, well, all these other people that I failed with prepared me for the one I'm with. Then that meant everybody you failed with was useful to you. So we don't listen while they're failing? You motherfucking right. You better listen while they're failing. That's why I don't totally push aside Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey done fucked up 1,000,000 times. Got divorced 3 times. That makes that motherfucker eligible to tell you, at the very least, what not to do. Steve Harvey can sit you down and go, don't do that shit. Because I did it and the shit don't work. And I would listen to Steve Harvey if he told me what the fuck not to do. You understand? There's wisdom everywhere. And I can point out a broken motherfucker by how black and white they think. That's a black and white thought process, right? The black and white thought process that says, hey, your relationship gotta be popping, my nigga, in order for me to take advice from you. Wrong. You know how many niggas I would watch fuck up so I could learn what not to do? That's wisdom in and of it. Let me tell you something about wisdom versus knowledge. Knowledge is applied thus it is experienced. Wisdom is seen, so it gets to choose which experience it wants to participate in. That's the difference between insight and knowledge. See, Big Mama had insight because she been through the shit before you did. So she could say, I know what that looked like, and it very well may turn out different. But don't do that shit. Because 9 times out of 10, it ain't gonna turn out different. Don't do that shit. That's wisdom. That's insight. But you know, we hard-headed. We got to do shit on our own terms. And then when we get fucked up by life, who do we go running back to? You was right, Big Mama. I'm sorry. Next time you listen, won't you? Hey, I'm ready to do some real shit tonight. Get to your phone lines. We're going to get all the callers in here, and we're going to talk about it. It's important. How many of you motherfuckers are afraid, and so you control? What is the difference between fear, trust, control, and freedom? Are they related? If they are, in what way? Wow. This is crazy. Jeez. Phone lines cracking. Numbers 323-230-4610. True or false? To believe that if someone would change 1 or 2 things about themselves, you'd be happier makes you a control freak. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. That beat is rocking. It's right there, isn't it? Yes. What's the difference between fear and caution? Huh? There's a lot of niggas out there thinking fear is caution, and it isn't. What's the difference? How can you use your fear and turn it into an opportunity? Uh-oh. Shit. There's a lot of shit going on. True or false? Being diligent and persistent, for example, can be great, but could also turn into bullheadedness, stubbornness, obstinance when taken to extremes. Psychiatrists call it the strength-weakness paradox. Your motherfucking strength could turn into a weakness on your ass unbeknownst to you. Everybody been telling you smart your whole life. So you wake up thinking you got all the answers. Strength-weakness paradox. You've turned a strength into a weakness. Somebody call me. 323-230-4610. The Voice of Reason is live. I'm about to play one of my little intros, man. This shit's about to go down. And when I come back, I'm going straight to the phone lines. 323-230-4610. Yo, hit me with that, man. Let's go.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call.
Pete, you are now tuned in to the Voice of Reason. The big humble soul is your host this evening. Zoe Williams, man of many topics. Talk about everything, ain't nothing out of pocket. Religion and music to maximizing profit. Or how to tell if your relationship is toxic. If you on the wrong path, we can stop it. Knowledge is like the beat and we drop it. So tune in and get you some wisdom. From square guests to niggas that's just out of prison. So whether you're saint, sinner, or heathen, get you some grown game from the Voice of Reason.
That shit lit. Hey, bring that shit back one more time. La 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 la. Get to your phone lines. Let's go.
Of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call.
Pete, you are now tuned in to the voice of reason. The big humble soul is your host this evening. So Williams, man of many topics. Talk about everything, ain't nothing out of pocket. Religion and music to maximizing profit. How to tell if your relationship is toxic. If you on the wrong path, we can stop it. Knowledge is like the beat and we drop it. So tune in and get you some wisdom. From square guests to niggas that's just out of prison. So whether you're saint, sinner, or heathen, get you some grown game from the voice of reason.
That shit slaps. You're listening to the voice of reason, Dash Talk Radio. Zoe Williams is in the building. Non-judgmental coaching. If you're going through it, spent all your rent money on Christmas, and you're 3 days past due, 2 days, holla at your boy. The phone lines are open, 323-230-4610. Zoe's live. Let's go. Callers, bring us in, man. Callers, you're on the line. What's your name and where you're calling from? Zoe Williams is here to speak.
Hi, my name is Antoinette. I'm calling out of Houston, Texas.
Okay, out of Houston, Texas. Antoinette or Antranet?
Antrunet.
Antrunet. Okay, and you ain't finna tell you nothing but the truth then. Let's go.
Well, I mean, just on topic, a big thing that I'm personally dealing with inside of my relationship right now is my ego. I don't like being told anything. I've been dealing with the same cat for about 12 years. And we broke up. We've only dated 2 of those 12 years. And he's kind of been keeping me at arm's length the rest of the time because I was kind of a fucked up person in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And now as I'm in this relationship now, we're at odds, but we're at odds because anytime he tells me something, anytime he gets ready to correct me, I'm pissed off about it, and I'm not trying to hear anything. And I feel like it's because either my ego or because I don't want him to look at me like a bad person. Mm-hmm. And that just creates a conflict. So I guess my question is, how do I eliminate ego to eliminate the fear and everything out of my relationship?
So first and foremost, understand that fear and ego have been in a relationship longer than you, right?
Yeah.
Fear and ego are married. In the relationship dismount, I call it FIGO. Fear and ego. They're connected. Locked into each other.
Yeah.
So now, let's come back. Where is your fear and your ego rooted? Is it rooted inside you or outside you?
I would think inside.
Right? Well, if it was inside, why are you so worried about what he think about you?
Honestly, he's probably the first person to project positive energy in my direction.
So why are you attacking him when he's trying to help you?
That's true.
Do you see? So you've externalized the problem. Now he's the problem.
Yeah.
So now, because you already value him, obviously your spirit is saying, this dude has something to offer me that is potentially good for me.
Right.
But instead of accepting it, I'm going to weaponize my fear and ego against him. Did I get that right?
Yes. You're hitting it on the head tonight.
See, this is what... Listen, let me explain something to you about the ego. The ego is a pawn on the chessboard of your spirit. Pawns are foot soldiers. They follow orders. Your ego, right, following the orders of your fear. Your fear is back there saying, hey, protect this identity at all costs. What is the identity that you're trying to protect?
That I'm actually a sweet, genuine person.
Or that I don't need your help.
operating.
I don't need your help.
Yeah.
That's what there's the soldiers protecting the idea that I don't need help. What?
Yeah,
Why don't you need help? Why do you think you don't need help?
Because nobody's ever helped me before this point. Like, just being honest.
You done had to do it all yourself, right? You done had to fight everybody off yourself. And well, wait a minute. What if the universe is sending you somebody right now that could help you see that you don't need the identity of the warrior, that can handle it themselves?
You're saying it right, because I've been the warrior, like, so to speak, in my family, and in every spectrum of life.
So I talked about it earlier. It's called the strength weakness paradox. Look it up. See, look, you can be strong. It's okay to be strong. But strong does not necessarily mean strength. Sometimes strong means resolve. Sometimes it takes a great deal of strength to be resolute, right? Meaning, like this concept in Christianity of, and it ain't just Christianity, it's Hinduism, it's Islam, it's all of these veins of the truth. And that is, sit still and be. Just peace, be still. For a lot of people, it takes a tremendous amount of strength to just sit and be still.
Yeah.
No. I got to prove you wrong. I got to prove that I'm strong. I got to prove that. No. Sometimes weakness is the strength. Let's take it. Let's take the W in weakness and turn it upside down and make it meekness.
Meekness.
See, it takes strength to be meek. And somebody told the African-American sister, because she been through hell, that she got to fight like hell. But there's more than one way to fight like hell.
Yeah.
You understand? You understand?
Yeah.
The relationship you're in is designed to show you your flaws in your character.
Yeah, it's definitely been doing that.
So why are you fighting?
Well, thing is, I know you don't remember, but I was actually on your sound check.
Oh, were you?
One time.
Okay.
And you told me, when you read my sign to me, you told me that I'm just going to try to control it.
You underdig?
Yeah, so it's lining up for me. Like, I see, me putting my hand in the situation instead of falling back and being meek and resolve within.
Listen, relationships come with a gang of perks, but we have put the perks in the front seat, front and center. The perks is sex. The perks is familiarity. The perks is comfort. The perks is food and hanging out and chilling. But the real purpose of relationship is spiritual evolution. Yeah. The spiritual evolution comes as biofeedback from your partner. You think it's them fucking up, but it's really a reflection of you. Listen, you couldn't recognize their fuck-ups if the fuck-up didn't have a trigger inside of you that matched their fuck-up perfectly.
Right.
I know.
That makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
I know. There's a trigger in you. Like, I got a trigger. I be getting angry.
Yeah.
But watch this. Watch the flip of it. Some of my favorite authors, Mary and Ronald Hulnick, they did a show with me. We did an interview together. It's on my YouTube page. Mm-hmm. They wrote a book called Loyalty to Your Soul. Loyalty to your soul states in the book, it is not the issue that is your issue. It is your response to the issue that is your issue.
So how do you channel?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead, babe.
So how do you channel that part of yourself? Because, like, I consider myself a quote unquote conscious woman, and I know, I know the working, so without, so to speak.
Okay. And
if I'm looking at myself and I'm seeing, okay, the flaws that I may have, how do you center, like, okay, if anger is my issue, how do I release that anger without it projecting onto the next person?
First off,
if I feel that anger.
First off, how you release whatever your issue is by first acknowledging it. You know how many motherfuckers is running around acting like they ain't got a problem? It's somebody else that's doing it. The first step to unraveling the knot of the issue, you underdig, is accepting the fact that you have an issue that originates within you.
Yeah.
Most people want to say the problem that they're experiencing originates outside of them.
You have to look at self.
Right.
Always look at self on a constant basis.
And if you say you're conscious, the word conscious simply means aware. Are you aware? Yeah. Are you aware of your flaws? Are you aware of your issues? And if you are, how can you then turn around and blame your partner for shit you dislike about him? Some of the things you dislike about him have to be related to whatever your internal psychological issues are. Has to be related. This goes back to what the topic is. Control what is yours to control. Instead of trying to control him and put him on some kind of regimen that makes him better, you got to first fix you.
Right.
I wonder if any of that makes sense.
It does. It makes perfect sense.
All right.
It does. Thank you.
I appreciate the call.
Love.
Thank you, love. It's all love.
Yes,
yeah. Hey, get on your phone lines if you got the courage to holler at your brother. I'm doing free coaching tonight. One of my favorite philosophers, Krishnamurti, you can only be afraid of what you think you know. Krishnamurti, come on. What? You can only be afraid of what you think you know. Maybe that wasn't powerful enough. But here's another one. One is never afraid of the unknown. One is only afraid of the known coming to an end. Motherfuckers running around here trying to be control freaks. That's what trust is. I need to trust that you ain't gonna change. I need to trust that you will change if I ask you to. And if you change to what I want you to be, then I'll be happy. Happiness ain't never been an outside job. If your partner changed, it's either because he playing you or you're manipulating him. Ain't no love in playing or manipulation. I did it. I done played. I done manipulated. I done did all that bullshit. Ain't no lasting real love there. Phone lines are open 323-230-4610. This is heavy. That first caller was crazy. Let's get the number. I see y'all. Y'all need the number. 230-4610. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Why do I keep attracting people who are like me? That's why. Change yourself, you change your relationship. Oh, watch this. Okay, watch this. Because I keep hearing motherfuckers say this, and I've been saying it for the longest. So I'll say it again. You can't just up and change your circle if you are corrupted. Motherfucker will post Les Brown. Motherfuckers will post Tony Robbins. Motherfuckers post all of this shit. get around some different kind of people. You got to be different in order to magnetize the motherfuckers you want to be around. You got $7 in your pocket. You gonna be around millionaires? You better have $1 million spirit. Oh, the spirit ain't real. Okay, nigga. No, all right. I'm just saying. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason 2018. Speak on it.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? Who is this?
This is Cole from the Chicago area.
What up, Chi-Town? What's happening?
I was trying to, I was listening to what you were saying, and how can you get past not trusting someone?
Okay. Real quick. What's your definition of trust?
Okay, let's say, see, sometimes I have a problem with my significant other talking to people of the opposite sex.
Why?
It's just a trust thing. I mean...
What's your definition of trust?
Being able to trust that they wouldn't allow that person to, you know, say anything out of line, and they would correct it, you know, or trust them to not take it to that point in conversation.
Oh, you mean like standing up for you in public?
Right.
But standing up to you in private?
Right.
Got that. So let me just say this. That's basically saying don't embarrass me.
Correct.
Fear of embarrassment.
Yes.
All this shit is rooted to fear now. I need you to understand that. Oh my God, if I go out with this motherfucker again and he say something wild in front of somebody as it pertains to us, I got it. But let me just say this to you about that. Which entity are you giving more power to? Fear or your partner, which is the trigger for your internal fear?
I don't think it's more so of me. I feel like I feel this way because in the past, I've had to correct that mistake.
How did you correct it?
And, well, I had to address it. And I feel like I shouldn't have had to address it.
You addressed
because
him?
Because I feel like, yes.
No. You have empowered him by addressing him. People got relationships backwards. Instead of going inside and going, where does this fear come from? Where did it originate? Did I inherit it? Is this a trauma-based fear that turned into a belief, that turned into a standard and a principle that I must impose on my partner in order for me to be happy? Where did this fear come from? Do I empower this fear? Is this fear my personal advisor? Who questions their fears like this? Do you see how you turn the feedback into the problem?
Yes, I do.
Where did the fear come from of being embarrassed? Who embarrassed you when you was a child?
I think it stems a lot from a lot of places, to be honest. It stems a lot from the relationships with my parents and then relationships that I've gotten into because I wasn't taught how to be in a proper relationship. And I haven't, I don't think that I've ever witnessed a proper relationship.
So how does this, my next statement, how does this feel? How does this resonate in your spirit? You're dating the unresolved issues of your parent parents through your current relationship?
Well, it doesn't feel good because I feel guilty all the time.
No. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, how does it resonate? Does it resonate? Does it ring true, or does that ring false? Are you dating the unresolved issues of your parents through this current relationship?
In a sense, I can say yes, but I don't completely think so.
Well, of course, it can't be completely that, because you can't completely experience what your parents experienced. Your experience is one as an observer. You're in the environment. Now, we already know over 60-70% of the communication in the household is nonverbal. We already know what you're experiencing from your parents. You model. We know that. You model your experience at the crib. So now you have this unhealthy ideation of what trust is. And it turns into an expectation that is designed to disappoint.
Mm-hmm.
You thinking it's him and it's you. You better break up with that expectation. You better exercise that expectation, that definition of trust.
So I've been embarrassed before in my previous relationship.
Okay.
Because I let go of all of that.
No, you didn't.
And it's like every time, well, I felt like I let it go.
No. I'm going to tell you why. You can't go through it in your last relationship and then experience it again in this one and then say, I let it go. If you let it go, you wouldn't experience it again. And if it does manifest itself, it wouldn't have any resonance on you because you're past it. You've evolved beyond it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me hit you in another way. What's your religious belief?
I'm spiritual. Relationship with God.
But you was raised Christian, right?
Religion. Well, I wasn't really raised Christian. My family's Catholic.
That's Christian. That's the father and mother of all Christianity. Catholicism. Every form of Christianity came out of that.
Okay, well, yeah.
And we talking about on the Western side.
Mm-hmm.
If we take Christianity back to its ancient origins, now we're smack dab in Ethiopia with the Coptics.
Okay, yeah.
But if we want to break down some of the fundamental beliefs in Christianity, one of them is this world is not real. We here waiting on the next world, right? That shit sound crazy as hell until you start doing real research.
Yeah.
But most Christians won't leave their belief, their little dogmatic box, and study the other religions that confirm that concept. Most Christians won't pick up the Bhagavad Gita or the Mahabharata or the Upanishads or the Vedas and see that when Krishna and Vishnu and Brahma, they all said this world was Maya, an illusion. Well, that's what Jesus said. That's what Buddha said. They all said the same shit. And now scientists are saying the world is an illusion. They're saying we live in a fucking three-dimensional hologram that's projected from across the fucking universe from a two-dimensional surface in the other part of the universe. This is a fucking hologram. This is the Matrix for real. Well, if that's the case, then how can trust be real?
Well, if that's the case, then how can anything be real?
There we go. Now watch you free yourself from the bullshit when you start understanding.
Well, what are you reading so I can get that?
felt a little different, didn't it? And it resonated differently in your spirit, didn't it?
Honestly, I really, when you said that, I feel like I feel different. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, well, what the hell am I complaining for? Like, what's really the problem? It's really not a problem. It's just I'm making it into one because I'm constantly thinking about it and putting energy into it when I shouldn't be.
Listen, whatever the thinker thinks, the prover will prove. You do have the power to manifest illusions. Listen, if the Hindus, look up the word Maya in the Sanskrit language. Maya means illusion. This is what they call this world. You have the power, just like Neo, to manipulate the matrix. So this is why a psychiatrist will say this motherfucker's delusional, suffering from delusions of grandeur, because it's real to you, because you've invested spirit, emotion, and energy into it.
Mm-hmm.
Who gonna take that experience? Can't nobody take that experience from you when you're 100% with both feet in on it.
Right. I get
sense?
that. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Your man ain't your problem.
It's me investing my energy into something that isn't there.
It's you investing your energy into a belief that magnetizes a specific kind of experience. Do you see? The experience is the lesson. And the lesson, in turn, is the blessing. Because if you can get the purpose of why you're experiencing it, then you can evolve above it and beyond it. This is why you ain't got to get rid of people in your life. When you start evolving and changing and growing, motherfuckers fall off like dead leaves. You ain't got to ask a nigga to leave or send an email or a message. He know, like, she different. She changed. You motherfucking right. I've outgrown this experience, and you ain't even got to say it.
You're right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for the call, sweetheart. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate this.
All right.
These words of wisdom.
It's all love. You want to get coached up? Zoe Williams is live. First show 2018. The voice of reason. I had to send the girls away today. I love them. They my peoples. I didn't really send them away. I kind of dissed them, actually. It was kind of bad. I should have called. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I love you, Mimi. Mimi. Tiff Talks. I love you, baby. I love y'all. Lord have mercy. Arlene, I know you married. I love you. Nah, man, but listen, our community is broken. Shit's fucked up out here. The one power we know we got, that we know we should be using, we don't use. Unity, organization, respect, consideration. I done said this a million times, and I'm gonna say this shit again. We so twisted as a people, we can't even do each other wrong. Did you know fucking each other over is how we grow? Oh, I know that shit don't sound right. It don't feel right. I know. When you get fucked over, that's when you learn. That's when you learn. Who fucks you over more than family? Do your significant others fuck you over more than your family does? You think you not in relationship with your family and that relationship is on autopilot? Wrong. Hella lessons come out of your relationships with your people. if you're paying attention. Phone lines are open. We're talking about a more in-depth look at relationships, at the relationship between fear, freedom, and control. Gosh, if you're going through it right now, right? If your life is being tested, not just in relationships, but just period. If you're being tested, today's the day to call me. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Wow. Two sides of the same coin. Fear and pleasure are the two sides of a coin. You cannot be free of one without being free of the other also. You want to have pleasure all your life and yet be free of fear. That is all you are concerned about. But you do not see that you feel frustrated if tomorrow's pleasure is denied. Krishnamurti. You out here trying to protect pleasure, unbeknownst to you, creating more fear of the loss of that pleasure. Soon as your relationship get rocky, soon as it gets a little fucked up, soon as some ugliness manifests itself, it drifts to the surface of your consciousness and you become aware of it, then you say, this shit ain't working. No, it's working fine. As a matter of fact, it is exceedingly efficient. When the bullshit of you comes to your attention, that's how you know your relationship is working. Callers, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? The Voice of Reason is live. Free coaching tonight. Get at me. Caller, you're on the line.
What's up, Zed?
What's up? Who is this?
Donnie Keith.
Donnie
You thought
Keith.
you got rid of us today.
What up, baby girl?
I just had to call because you said you got rid of us today. It's Peaches, y'all. What's up?
Peaches. What up, baby boo?
I've been in the chat room having fun with that J-Rob dude, messing with him a little bit.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
You going in tonight, so I've been listening. You know, I'm over here with 2 wisdom teeth pulled, so I wasn't going to be able to talk for one or too long.
Oh, shit. I love it. I love it. Hey, you know you're always welcome here, baby girl.
Always, yeah. I just wanted to call and tell y'all I love y'all. Keep doing your thing. I'm listening.
Thank you, love. We appreciate it.
All right, Supernova. What's up, girl?
Yeah.
Deuces.
We in here. This shit is lit tonight. Hey, listen, do me a favor, man. Phone lines, 323-230-4610. I need you to take me to one of my little intros right here, just so we could get a breather. But light these phone lines up because I want to get at y'all. I want to talk to y'all. Our society needs help. And we need to help each other. Regardless of what state we're in, we all can help. We all have wisdom from our particular experience. Happy New Year to everybody. It's going down. What you got for me, bro? Phil? Let's go.
This is the death of relationship dumbassification. A thought-provoking conversation with the voice of reason. An exploration into why you and your girl just can't relate. The world is tuned in to the voice of reason. Blowing up the foxhole every Thursday evening. If your man is tripping, then talk to Zoe before you leave. Maybe y'all can make it work, and if not, he can tell you exactly how to tell him to kick rocks. Intelligence with lots of comedy. It's not your average show. It's Zoe Williams, the voice of reason on Foxhole Radio.
Play that shit one more time. I'm sorry. I love that shit. God. Woo, the foxhole.
This is the death of relationship dumbmassification. A thought-provoking conversation with the voice of reason. An exploration into why you and your girl just can't relate. The world is tuned in to the voice of reason. Blowing up the foxhole every Thursday evening. If your man is tripping, then talk to Zoe before you leave. Maybe y'all can make it work, and if not, he can tell you exactly how to tell him to kick rocks. Intelligence with lots of comedy. It's not your average show. It's Zoe Williams, the voice of reason on Foxhole Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. That shit is just fire. Gosh. Back in the building, the voice of reason, DASHTALK Radio. Zoe is up in here, man. Turn this up right now. Let's get the vibe right. Let's get it right. Just turn it up a little bit. If you're going through it, right? Wondering why shit ain't happening for you, right? Now's the time to call. Tonight's topic, fearless. Control. What is yours to control? A more in-depth look at the relationship between fear, freedom, and control. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Non-judgmental coaching confessions and coaching sessions with Zoe Williams. Gosh, man. Everything is here for you. Do you give people a lot of shoulds and oughts, unsolicited advice, suggestions, and constructive criticism? Are you a yes man? Do you do this to control other people and their knowledge so you could feel like the bigger person in the room, the smartest person in the room? Gosh. What about this one? Do you dislike depending on others, accepting help from them, or allowing them to do things for you? Sister called in with that very issue. These are my questions. Is being a control freak enhancing your success or inhibiting it? Oh, the number to dial is 323-230-4610. Callers, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it.
What's going on? This is Will from Alabama.
Will from Alabama. What's the deal?
Hey, what's going on? This is my first time calling in, but I'm a long-time listener.
Man, much respect. I appreciate you for calling in tonight. What's happening with you?
I had to make a long story long.
You gonna make a long story?
Right now.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, brother.
Okay, I live in Alabama right now. I'm getting ready to leave Alabama in like 2 weeks. I'm about to get ready to leave my full-time job to be with my wife. She's up in the Maryland area. I've been praying about getting away from my job for a long time now, but it seems like my prayers are finally getting answered, and I'm kind of nervous about the situation, the outcome. I mean, my job is not the only thing I do. I actually have a clothing business that's been very successful. But I've been getting little like hints along the way to let me know that I'm doing the right thing. And I'm kind of like, I have a complex because I've been there for 9 years, but I keep telling myself, do you want to stay at this job for 9 years? Of course, it's a constant paycheck, but it's also dealing with constant racism, dealing with constant discrimination, and dealing with being second-best constantly. And I'm just trying to see if I'm making the right move by leaving my job to be with my wife where she's at now.
Here's the thing, brother. Two things. I'm not going to tell you to leave a job that's paying you. But I do understand. You're a man. Who wants to be in a situation that is disrespectful to your personage? So I get that. Right? I get that. Because that's where the fear is in this particular conversation. The fear is, shit, am I going to make it without this job? Without the little piece of change that come from this job? If I move, go with my wife, am I going to make it without this little extra piece of change? Correct?
Yeah.
That's really where the fear is.
Add on to that. Yeah, and to add on that, we have a daughter as well. She'll be 3 years old next year, so I'll be a stay-at-home dad, so that's kind of messing with my ego, and I don't know if that's wrong or right for me to feel that way.
Oh, shit. You speaking on it yourself. Your spirit knows what's right. Right? You know it's an ego issue. Let me say something, man. I keep telling y'all. I don't know if y'all watch the shows, but you remember the show I was talking about? If you go back to the pre-industrial time, motherfucking women knew how to churn butter and milk cows and goats. Right? Motherfucking women knew how to cook dinner by candlelight. We don't live that way anymore. So the definition of what a woman was changed as technology increased. Correct?
Yeah, and then like the things you were saying, you're correct. And the things you were saying, like with family relationships, like I've been in Alabama my whole life, and I don't know anything else but the South. But I feel like the relationship with my parents might be strained because my mama, she's been like fucking depressed as hell that I'm about to get ready to leave. Like she treats our daughter like it's her child, like it's her daughter that she never had.
And I understand that. It's cool. I understand, you know, grandmamas and, you know, that's they babies and they, you know, it's you all over again with less, with a little bit less responsibility because she could always send them home to you. But it's you all over again. I get that. But let me come back to your ego and why you dealing with, you know, I'm going to be a stay-home dad. A stay-home dad has different definitions. Are you a stay-at-home dad that's sitting on the couch eating a bowl of Fruit Loops all day?
Nah, I work, dude. Like I hustle. Like my business on the side has been booming, but it hasn't been. I can't think of the right word. It hasn't been consistent as a regular work shit. But like I said, with that consistency, it comes with consistent bullshit also. And I got to deal with the racism and all that fuckery. But
let me come back.
There's no cap in what I can do.
Let me come back. Your business on the side, right? Have you had the time necessary to invest in it to the point where it could become the primary business?
Yes, I have. I've been doing it since April of 2013.
So you've been doing it full time. That's your primary business.
Yeah, that's my primary business.
Wait a minute. I'm confused. You said you had a job where they were being racist towards you. And you got a side job.
That's correct.
Which one is the primary job? Where they being racist?
Yeah, the primary job is what the fucker is happening.
That's what I thought. See, so this is what I need you to do. I need you to listen better now because you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying, have you put in the necessary time required to turn your side job into your primary job?
I believe that I have.
But how can you do that if you got a job where people being disrespectful towards you?
Yeah.
And you yourself labeled the shit the side job. So this is my point. If you gonna pack up and roll with your wife, you're technically not unemployed. You're self-employed. And you're technically not a stay-at-home dad because you're out here now with all of the necessary time needed to cultivate and develop your side job into your primary job, correct?
That's correct.
So what you scared of? What people?
It's just that 9 years of being comfortable, and I know what the problem is. It's not like I'm trying to deny anything. It's that constant check of being there 9 years, and it's comfortable. It's familiar to me, like you said. It's being familiar with shit.
So
I've been familiar with that for so long.
So you know what your problem is?
Yeah.
So guess what? The fear you have now is the fear you teach your 3-year-old because she lived with you.
Okay, how's that?
Yeah. A lot of motherfuckers don't understand that, huh? Your child is modeling you, man. And you ain't got to sit and have a conversation with your baby in order for her spirit to pick up on your fearful energy. I love the way Veronica Conway articulates it. She said, you got to get over your fears before you can write a business plan. Because if you write a business plan before you get over your fear, you're going to write fear into the business plan. And the shit ain't going to work. Because you've put fear into it. Your children model you, man. They model you. You said, and I'm only going by what you said. You said, my side job is doing pretty good. Did you not say that?
That's correct.
Let me ask you again. Can your side job do better if you had more time to devote to the marketing, promotion, and development of the product?
Yes, I believe in that 100%.
Okay. If you move with your wife, do you think you would get more time to develop all of those elements of your side gig?
Yeah.
So what you scared of?
I guess I'm scared of myself, shit, to be honest.
Yeah. And I said you're teaching your child how to be the same way. What happens if you believe 100, 400, 500, 1,000 that you could take this shit and really strategize it and map it out? I'm not asking you to do no motherfucking walk by faith and not by sight shit. I'm asking you to really sit down and strategize a plan for your business. Your side business. Right? Really sit down.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because I know you probably done, this side job was really a hustle, right? That you turned into some legitimate shit, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay, cool. So again, imagine what happens when you put your mind into it. Imagine what happens when you really sit down and strategize a plan. You told me your problem 5 minutes ago when you said, I'm comfortable. You comfortable and scared. What are you teaching your child in that environment?
To be a duck, and I can't be no fucking duck for my kids.
There you go. You know how dope daughter gonna be when she feels you overcome what you're afraid of in her presence. I don't know if somebody better turn that into a meme. Can you, if she feels you overcome fear, if she senses it, even as a child, she's gonna be like, well, goddamn, that's my daddy. Are you listening to that?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
I'm not asking you to quit your job. I'm not. That's
no, it's already done. I've already put in my paperwork. I resigned, and I'm not leaving with anything. Like I got a little change built up that I'm taking with me, but like that's time to feel. Because I keep telling myself, me being with my family is more important than the little bit of ass check that I'm getting. That's keeping me comfortable. But am I gonna choose this job over being with my family and being in my daughter's life like every day? Like me and the mom are still together. But I'm saying, I can't be out the house like that. I can't be 13 hours away in Alabama trying to raise my daughter.
Right. So flip it this way. Flip it this way. What makes Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan and at one point Tiger Woods, the great motherfuckers they were, is that they were dedicated to their craft. They outworked everybody. They outtrained everybody. Did you see that with Jay Williams? Remember Jay Williams from Chicago? First round draft pick, got hurt on a motorcycle, lost it all. But he talked about playing the Lakers. And he said when he got in the gym, Kobe was already there, had already been there for about an hour. And he said he went through his workout. His workout was like an hour and a half. He said Kobe stayed another 45 minutes after that. And then he said when the game started, Kobe went off on them niggas, dropped like 45 or something crazy. And then he said after the game, he had to go talk to Kobe. He said, man, come on, man. What? I saw what you was doing, man, with the workout and shit. Why? He said, because I knew your ass would be in here. And I needed to send a message to you that you not gonna outwork me. Not in this shit. And this is all before the game. And then he drops 45 in the game. And the Lakers win. Do you understand? You want to be something. Yeah, how the fuck you gonna be something and comfortable? The only way to be comfortable is if you're already something. That makes sense?
Yeah, you're 100% right. I talked to somebody else about this last week, and they told me to seek wise counsel, and then I heard that you were doing this radio show tonight, so I said that got to be the sign, so I called in.
There it is, man. Don't be afraid. If you really want to make this side hustle the primary hustle, you must dig deep, not only in your hands, but in your mind. Who's my competition? Who's doing what I'm doing that's like this? Let me do some research. Let me get some books. Let me read up on some shit. And let me get hella serious if I'm a transition with the mother of my child so I can stay close. You understand? Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you comfortable in Alabama 13 hours away, and you'll get there when you get there.
And that'll fucking be never if I keep going that way. That's why I'm about to get up out of here and do everything you said.
All right. Appreciate the call, bro.
I know.
There it is. Hey, yo! We doing calling. Listen, I'm not right on everything. I'm probably not right on 80% of what I'm talking about. My job is to get you to think. I'm going to ask a bunch of questions. My job is just to get you to think. First show of 2018. Fearless. That's what fearless means. It's two words, compound, fearless. Control what is yours to control. A more in-depth look at the relationship between fear, freedom, and control. Call me right now. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Did I send you the other drop? I got another drop. Listen, there are a lot of people here who has followed me at every fucking turn. Every place I've ever been, they follow me. I was at the Foxhole. Then after the Foxhole shut down, we went to, nigga, this was crazy. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles had a radio situation called RMC, right? We went there. RMC Radio. Man. And it was a lot of niggas over there. I mean, me, Corey Holcomb, Claudia Jordan, the poetess brought us over there. You understand? And we was over there for a good 2-3 years. That's where the So What show was born. I just sent you this track. My homeboy, I got another homeboy who's a producer. His name is Shafiq Hussein. He produced Erykah Badu's album, America, that first one. He had a lot of slappers, Soldier, he had a lot of slappers on that album. My brother produced this track for us. When my man get it, we gonna play it for you. You underdig? Everybody just tuning in. I see y'all coming in. Let me just tell you right now, if you're just tuning in, tonight is the first show of 2018, the first Voice of Reason show. I gave the sisters the night off. And tonight's topic is fearless. Control what is yours to control. I am coaching people who are having difficult issues, you know, and it's real talk, it's straight talk, you know, about, you know, what direction they should go in. And anybody who has an issue, anybody who wants to talk about something, relationship, business, you know, whatever you're going through, man, call me right now. You understand? Call me right now. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Yo, Phil, do you have that track up? Hey, play this real quick. This was a beautiful track, man. This was our intro for the Voice of Reason at RMC. Anybody was at RMC, y'all know how this goes. Let's do it.
There's a show that's stopping you, and it's not that far from you, coming from the heart of you. Reality is not on your screen. There's a show that's stopping you, and it's not that far from you, coming from the heart of you. Reality is not on your team. There's a show that's stopping you, and it's not that far from you, coming from the heart of you. Reality is not on your screen. There's a show that's stopping you. It's not that far from you, coming from the heart of you. Reality is not on your team.
How many of you guys remember that track? Talk to me, man. Shafiq Hussein. Look him up, man. It's a show that's starring you. That's the name of the track, Starring You. I'm asking that you star on this show tonight. What's going on in your life? You under dig? I'm here to talk to you. I might not be right, but I'm gonna challenge what you think is right, and maybe that'll open more doors to more possibilities, to potential answers. You feel me? I ain't got nothing but love for you. The first show of 2018. Hey, start it from the top again. Just start it one more time. This is a show that's starring you. Let's go. Turn it up.
There's a show that's starring you, and it's not that far from you, coming from the heart of you.
The Voice of Reason. Hey! 323-230-4610. Free coaching.
There's a show that's stopping you. And it's not that far from you.
All right, let's turn it down.
From you.
Just let it ride in the background. Man, that shit felt good. Produced by Shafiq Hussein. I'm doing free coaching tonight. If you're going through it, now's the time to call me, 323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Speak on it.
Hey, Zo, how are you? Happy New Year, honey.
What's up? Who is this?
I'm actually a virgin caller to your show. My name is Sabrina. I listen all the time, but this is my first time calling.
Well, what's up with you? Talk to me.
I mean, like you said, I'm going through it right now. For 2018, I need some help. I need a male outlook on some of the things that I'm going through in my current relationship.
All right, well, let's go. What's the number one issue? Talk to me.
The number one issue, I think I have, like, the perfect guy. I love him to death. There's probably 3 things that he does that absolutely pisses me off. And we get into the biggest arguments, the biggest problems. I feel like he doesn't respect my opinion and doesn't respect our relationship. Like, for example, the fact that he, like, stares and, like, kind of oohs at other women when he's with me. And it's not even like he'll glance and keep it moving. He'll glance and point it out to me and be like, oh, look at that ass. Like, she's fat and this and this and this. And he'll just say, like, so many disrespectful things to me. And when I bring it to his attention that I don't think that's cool, he's like, oh, well, that's what men do. That's just, you know, the way things are, but I'm with you. And I'm sitting here thinking, I think that's completely disrespectful to do that 5 times a night. Like, I'm out with you. I'm thinking I'm looking cute. I'm on your arm, and you're pointing out 5 other women that you think have a fat ass in my face.
Okay, so let's deal with it right now. Let's just deal with it. I heard what you said about, you know, being disrespectful. And let me just say this. Number one, have you guys had a conversation, like a real sit-down conversation about, hey, this offends me, right? This offends me, and I would like that you not do this. That's number one. Have you had that kind of conversation?
We have.
All right.
And he says he does it like not even really thinking about it. Like it just kind of comes out. He's so used to it. He's so used to his previous girlfriends. He was able to do that. He's just so used to being able to do it to where it's not a problem. And he also, if he doesn't feel that it's a problem, whether I feel it's a problem or not, doesn't matter. Like if he doesn't feel it's a problem, it's not going to get resolved. It's like he doesn't think relationship.
Let me come back. Let me come back. Because I hear where you're going. No, watch this. Because a lot of people don't understand. 69% of all relationship issues are revolving like debt. They're and meaning they're unresolved. 69% of all relationship issues are unresolved. You know why they're unresolved? Because most of us have a desired outcome. This would make me happy if you changed that.
Right.
So watch this. What happens if you flip it the other way? And I'm not saying flip it just to accommodate him. I'm saying flip it to accommodate you, so it's no longer an issue to you.
That's what I don't know exactly how to do. I mean, when it first started happening, it wasn't an issue. And I think, like, because, I mean, if a girl is really fine or something, like, I'm like, okay, yeah, she is that. But then when you start pointing out, like, hood boogers.
Watch.
Let
me point something out. First off, he's wrong. This is where he's wrong. To come in and say, oh, well, you know, I used to do this with my old girls. My women before me. That's where he's wrong. Because you don't grandfather in a particular type of behavior from a past relationship into a current one. Because it's different circumstances. This is a different person who has different beliefs, who have different expectations. But what you do say is, like, this is how I would deal with it. I would say, listen, to be honest with you, I'm with you, but I don't stop being a man by being with you. Now, some people would disagree with me and say, Zoe, you got to have self-discipline and control and all of this and that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I think.
But watch. At the end of the day, it is a level of control to be monogamous with one woman, but look at others. Looking at others is not participating with those other people.
Right.
It's not. It really isn't. It's looking. See, let me just say something. When we're in, watch this.
Also, if it was just looking, I don't even think I would notice. It's the looking and the actual verbalizing it. And like, we went to go join the gym the other day. We were supposed to meet up at the gym. I got there a little late. He was waiting for me for like 10 minutes. The gym is attached to the mall. So when I get there, I didn't even see any of these women. I get there, and the first thing he says to me, before he says like, hey, baby, or any of that, the first thing he says to me is like, yo, it's some fat asses that walked into the mall.
Disrespectful.
I've been hanging out at the mall. Disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
And it's like, we've had this conversation over and over. You know I don't like you to do this, and this is still what you do. And he's like, oh, I wasn't thinking about it. It just happens. And I'm like, I don't understand. I don't get it.
Okay.
And it pisses me off every
Sweetheart.
every time he does it.
Sweetheart, this is what I'm going to ask you to do.
Just calm down first.
Yes. I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath.
Ooh.
Because this is your trigger. Right?
It is. And he knows it.
First off, he's disrespectful. Let's get that out the way. But now I want you to focus on your trigger. Have you been cheated on?
Not necessarily too much myself. My mother was cheated on a lot by my father.
Here we go. See, these relationships are mirrors. They gonna reflect some shit back to you. Just did you hear me talking to the last caller when I said, watch what you teach your child?
Yes, I did.
Yes. You see what you see that what that experience with your mother taught you?
Yeah.
Listen, he's your dude. But your fear of him doing what happened, doing what your dad did to your mother, do you understand whatever the thinker thinks the prover will prove?
I completely understand where you're coming from.
All right.
It's just that I don't know how to resolve that trigger. It's like it's something that I see, and I don't know how to.
Well, first off,
I don't know how to resolve the issue in that.
First off, you got to stop protecting the trigger by projecting the expectation.
Right.
That's how you protect your trigger. That's how you keep your trigger with a security team, with Secret Service. You're projecting an expectation onto him. If you change, I'll be happy.
Right.
We've already pointed that out as a problem. Now, he wrong his two left fucking feet for washing your face in it. Yeah, there's a gang of fat asses in there. That's disrespect. That's a lack of consideration. If a man truly cares about his woman and he knows that she is in a battle with a trigger, with a traumatizing trigger, he's not going to keep washing her face in it.
Right.
He's not going to come with some bullshit like, oh, well, yeah, I did this before. And he or even like I said, the lack of disrespect in this relationship, like it's crazy because I love him so much. He has so many good qualities. I just feel like if he really had more respect for this relationship, we will be good. We live together. He'll stay out all night. The last thing I hear is that he's going to the club with his boys. Then he comes back 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock the next morning and doesn't call. I'm calling him all night, and he tells me that he fell asleep at his aunt's house. His phone died, and I'm just supposed to be like, oh, okay. All right, let's go back. Let's go back.
I'm supposed to have this trust and this and this and that.
Let's go back. Hold on. Hey, downshift. Because it's like you get a head of steam and you running downhill. And then the nigga walked down the street and he stole some butter. And then, okay, just take it easy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So watch this. Maybe the real lesson in all of this is not his lack of respect for you, but your lack of respect for yourself.
Oh, I knew you was gonna say that.
Maybe that's the lesson he came to teach you, to mirror back to you.
Yeah, absolutely right.
You calling it love, but it might just be attachment.
You're right. Whoa, okay. That was deep. I felt that. I felt that right in the gut.
That's what I do.
I felt that right in the gut.
That's what I do.
Yeah, because
now watch
at
this.
the end of the day, so many things that he's done, I just feel like I can't even believe I'm still putting up with him. And I don't know if it is love. Like you said, it may be attachment. It's been, a long time before him that I was single, and he came along. We were introduced by, mutual friends. Everything just started off so wonderful. We were, best friends, and it's just like...
Let me see if you really get it. How does he uplift you? How does he elevate your spirit?
Well, we have a lot of the same, I guess, financial goals.
Oh, Jesus. You're over here fucking up already.
So, no, we do. Financially, he helps me. We both are in the same industry. We're both truck drivers.
I didn't ask that.
But then also, I have such a good time when I'm with him. When I'm with him,
I didn't ask that.
Good, it's like constant laughter.
I did not ask that.
Constant happiness.
I did not ask that. Are you guys watching? I hope you're watching this. If you're listening to her, do you see how the ego and fear work together? The fear of losing him and the ego of, I'm not doing the wrong thing. They working together to protect what she thinks she has.
Oh, man.
The ego will protect itself. Damn.
Right.
No, listen to what I'm trying to say to you now. Ask yourself, what are the top 3 beliefs that you have that are self-abusive? If you putting up with something that is less, watch this, because we hear this a lot too. I got to get what I deserve. The only way you get what you deserve is to become what you think you deserve. And if you're getting anything less than you deserve, it is a perfect match for what you believe.
Oh, wow. That's another one to the gut.
Right.
All right.
You think you can't do better than him?
I think I can.
You think that's the best you could do?
No, not at all.
Okay, cool. So I asked you if he uplifted your spirit, and you said we make money.
No, because you got to be, you're right. Because to be honest with you, since being with him, he's brought my spirit down. He's given me, I can't say he's given me, but I've allowed some of the things that he's done to give me insecurities, to give me low self-esteem, to bring my spirit down.
You're not finna give him the credit for what was already there. You wanted him to behave a certain way to protect those wounds. You're not finna give him the credit for that. Those things were already in you. You already mentioned the issues with your mother and father. So you came into it with expectations designed for him to stay in line so you don't feel the pain of the unresolved issues that you learned as a child, that you experienced as a child.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
He's disappointing you because you expect him to heal you. You can't heal that until you go back and unravel. Damn, why did dad do this? Why did mom allow that? Aren't you mom right now? You allowing yourself to be mistreated like your mama did, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So you modeled allowing abuse, disrespect, from a man. You modeled that off of your mother, correct?
Yeah, you're right.
This man came into your life and gave you what you needed. That's why I say, if you really paid attention to the question, how did this man uplift you? This is how. By doing a fucking replay of your childhood, what you experienced in that home. Now you got this replay, you're supposed to see it and then go, okay, here we go. Let me write a forgiveness letter to my father for disrespecting my mother. Let me write a forgiveness letter to my mama for allowing my father to disrespect her.
Both of those are deep. I don't even think I'm at that point yet with either one of them.
Do you underdig? Do you see where you at?
I see, yeah. I definitely see where I'm at.
So right now you sitting up here tolerating some shit that you learned how to tolerate. You modeled it from your mama.
Right. All right, bro. I got you.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
I hope I walked you into a particular direction.
Yeah, you did. You definitely helped me out. I appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate you for calling.
Thank you.
It's going down, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you know, but it's going down. The Voice of Reason is live. The first Voice of Reason of 2018. Zoe up in here. We coaching, non-judgmental coaching. Miss T Loving Life, every time she posts in the chat room, she goes, shit. I don't know why she keeps saying shit. We up in here, yo. It's going down right now. Call us. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I want to take one. Hey, play that Zo, man. Play that Zo for the people, and then I'm coming back to the phone lines. Let's go. Let's do it. And you already know it's got a bang. Come on, Philly Phil. Let's get him.
I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of reason.
So I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected, neglected my effort, a pair with no trust, dirty games and affairs that been tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain.
I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of reason.
Yeah, the Voice of Reason is live. Zoe Williams is in here, man. We coaching. Man, we're coaching. Right? A lot of people getting coached up. Listen, I'm not perfect. I'm as flawed as they come. Let's go. Let's get it right. Turn it up. Let's go. I'm as flawed as they come. But I know what not to do. You underdig? We're coaching tonight. Free coaching. What's up? Get at your boy. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. We're talking about the relationship between fear, trust, freedom, and control. Do you know the problems your significant other brings to you in relationship gift. You trying to run away from the gift. You got fucked up people in your circle. There gotta be little fucked up pieces of you still. Watch this. Let me give you a little precursor to the holographic relationship book. There's something called the holographic principle. They found out that the universe is a fucking hologram. How? Because of some shit they found out around the edge of a black hole. The edge of a black hole is called the event horizon. The event horizon, once you cross it, is considered the point of no return. The gravitational pull in a black hole is so powerful that not even light can escape from it. Now, light is the fastest shit in the universe according to Einstein, the universal constant, right? The speed of light. That's a universal constant. Okay, cool. What they found out was, because there was this big argument, right, between Leonard Susskind, who is a professor at Stanford, and of course, Stephen Hawking, the dude in the wheelchair with the little voice box. Stephen Hawking said something that was unintuitive for physics. It went against one of the fundamental rules, and that is information is indestructible. I need you to hear me. Information is indestructible. Everything in the universe is created from information. Information is E equals MC squared. Information is energy. Let's follow me now. Hawkins was like, yo, once a planet, a star, anything goes into a black hole, it's destroyed forever. Everything is destroyed forever. It could delete the universe. Leonard Susskind was like, no. That's counterintuitive to the laws of physics. Information can never be destroyed. That's in alignment with the second law of thermodynamics, or the first law of thermodynamics. Energy can never be destroyed. It can only change form. Energy is information. So what did Zoe do? Zoe made it into a relationship axiom. All the information that has come from every experience that you've ever had in relationship is all over you, just like all of the information that goes into a black hole gets recorded on the event horizon. They done found out that all the information of a star, of a planet, everything is recorded on the edge of the event horizon like that of a CD. Ones and zeros, the binary code. Oh, well, the ancients saw this. They saw it as a mandala, right? A mandala. This is what the Buddhists do with the little painted sand. And then it's meticulous. They take all this time to build it, and then after it's over, they brush it away to show the impermanence of life because it's a hologram. All of the information of anything that is consumed by a black hole is recorded on the event horizon, the edge. What about the relationship event horizon? Every experience you've ever experienced with somebody, you carry it to the next somebody. Watch this. The second law of thermodynamics deals with energy. Relationships are energy systems. We exchange energy, mental, physical, emotional, sexual. We exchange energy. But watch this. If I come in as the representative, I'm hiding something. What do they call hidden energy In thermodynamics, they call it entropy because it's hidden. Entropy is another word for chaos. When you don't come into the relationship living your truth, standing on your truth, acknowledging who and what the fuck you are, if you in there with a mask on, you are bringing entropy into the relationship. Entropy is another word for disorder. Hidden information creates disorder. Okay, I'ma stop. Shit's going down tonight. The holographic relationship is gonna blow y'all mind. Woo, shit! We up in here. Who wants coaching? 323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from?
This is JD from Dallas.
JD from Dallas. What's the deal?
I'm in a pickle here, Zoe. Coincidentally, y'all topic is hitting straight home with me. I'm having fear of breaking up or divorcing my wife and not being able to be around my children like on a daily basis, basically. And I know it's common in today's relationships, like blended families and whatnot, but these are like my first babies. You know, I've taken care of other people's children, but I never had the task of taking care of my own. And it's like you say, the relationship's starting to get rocky. And it's like we want to run for the hills.
Mm-hmm.
So over I think it was New Year's Eve. It was Sunday. We got into an altercation, and she hit me. So the first thing I wanted to do was just leave, like just pack my shit and just go, you know. And the thing with the altercation was she's used to checking me or trying to change me instead of checking her kids and correcting them and teaching them and instilling things in them that they need to do and not do as far as how they handle grown folks, basically. So my whole beef was don't yell at me or try to correct me in my actions when you're not even correcting your children.
So you feel like she allows her children to disrespect you?
Yes, exactly.
Right? She allows her children to disrespect you, and she doesn't show you the proper respect, or they don't show you the proper respect. Is it her too?
Yes. And
Got
it. Tell her, like, how they gonna respect me if, like, when we have disagreements or fights or whatever, I tell her all the time, like, we need to get away from them because they don't need to see us interact. They don't need to see us disagree and fight like this.
Okay, watch this.
You know, what's up?
Here's the thing, man. You're caught up trying to teach. You're trying to teach them respect. You're trying to teach her how to convey respect to you. You're trying to teach her how to get them to convey respect to you. The reality of it is, you are disrespecting yourself by participating. That's the reality.
So I'm the fool.
Yes, you
arguing
are.
With them.
Exactly. I'm going to say it like Big Mama used to say. You can't teach nobody how to love you. You can't teach nobody how to respect you. Respect ain't a class. It's something internal.
Same thing.
It's something internal, man. You can't teach people how to be considerate.
Okay. Well, Zoe, let me ask you this, because you got kids.
Yep.
Has New or anyone,
has New or anybody else ever raised their voice at you, or just got out of line, or got fly at the mouth?
New's my kid, so yes. But New,
and it's like, how do you?
New knows his daddy though. He know what's up with me.
Oh.
So, I've put New in a position to understand that you gonna respect me no matter what, and that doesn't mean kowtow to me, because New's mother will tell you, because she disagrees with me on certain things. Which is,
naturally,
ever since they was young, I would always say, let them speak their mind. Don't shut them down with the, I'm the mama, shut the fuck up, listen to what I say. I said, if they got something to say, allow them to say it. Now, you don't get to say what you want to say, how you want to say it, but you do get to say what you want to say, because I want to see what you're thinking. So she disagreed with me with that. However, as they got older, my son and daughter, they understood, oh, well, my dad is going to allow me to express myself in my true self. And so that worked out. You see what I'm saying? That worked out, because now they share shit with us. Whereas if we put them on the shutdown, if we put them on the kibosh, where you don't get to say nothing, whoop, 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 they probably would have been confiding in somebody else. So I opened that door so they can confide in us. And to this point, it has worked. You underdig?
Yes, sir.
So,
but when, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, but when it get to a physical, like, when it come to blows, it's like, that's just ridiculous.
Of course.
And I'm just trying to find, just trying to find understanding and balance to where.
Listen, what is she bringing to you? Are you whipped? Is she paying for everything?
Am I whipped?
What's happening? What keeps you there?
Not paying. Well, really, my child, and we got one on the way. But
there you go.
As far as paying for everything, I had to let her know, like, yeah, you may be in a higher tax bracket than me, but that don't mean that you just paying for everything. Like, I pay child care. I pay as much as I can, probably more.
So you're not in position of power.
As far as what I'm able to pay.
So that's the bottom line, bro. You're just not in a position of power, and she can't respect you from that position. That's really what it is.
Right. So it's basically like a lost cause? Or
it's not nothing. Nothing is a lost cause. But I'm gonna tell you how it could become a lost cause. If you continue to stay in the position you're in by not respecting who you are. If you want better, you gotta be better yourself. It's not your woman, it's you. It's you. You want better from her, you gotta want better from you. You gotta extrapolate better from you. What are your top 5 limiting beliefs? What are your top 5 doubtful ideas about yourself? Like, you on some weak shit. You in a weak position. You got to change your position in life. And guess what? That might mean moving out.
Right.
That might mean establishing some shit that's yours, that you control, that manifests something for you and them. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Because right now, like, as the minister,
I can't get no power right now.
Nah.
So it's like if I'm on my own.
As the minister would say, you one of her kids.
Farrakhan.
Yeah. That's just the way our society is set up.
Right. And I told her that, like,
I got something.
If I was making more money to you and I could pay everything, we probably wouldn't have the problem that we have. Like,
Well, let me get something for you. This is what I want you to go get right now.
Get my damn pen. Hold on. All right, go.
You got to get this book right here.
Mm-hmm.
The 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class. The thought process.
177 Miss what?
Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class by Steve Siebold. Siebold is Siebold. Steve Siebold. The 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class.
Gotcha.
You got to get that book. Because you got to know what it is to think like a boss, live like a boss, eat like a boss, grind like a boss. Because again, you ain't have no, but when you're in alignment with your purpose, you ain't even have to have no money. Women will fly to you like a moth to a flame. Your woman can't respect you because you're emanating weakness. What's your purpose right now? Tell me.
My purpose is to provide for my kids and be happy.
Guess what?
And what else?
Your purpose is more than that. That's some basic shit. Your purpose can't be the purpose of all men. All men are supposed to provide and take care of their kids. What's your purpose? You don't even have a real answer. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense.
Yeah. So if you don't really have if you don't know what your purpose is, how can she really respect you? Does that make sense?
That's more than one to grow, Joe. I appreciate it.
But then the flip side of it is this too. She shouldn't be putting her hands on you. That's
hell no.
That's a whole nother part of this story. But let me just say, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I thank you for calling. I thank you for sharing. I can't get into all of the issue that's behind it, bro, but
I know it.
But thank you, man. Thank you for calling, bro.
All right now.
There it is.
All right.
Wow. Tonight has been amazing. Yikes. Listen, this is how we wanted to start the new year. I'm pissed off because our community is broke. Mentally, spiritually, psychologically. Jay Baker, I can't tell you your purpose. Only you can tell me. I could tell you my purpose. My purpose is to disseminate knowledge through the airwaves. That's my purpose. My purpose is to inspire, educate, enlighten myself and others. You see my journey? If I'm shining, you shining. That's my purpose. The universal knowledge giver. That's my purpose. What's yours? You tell me. All right. I got love for you guys. I appreciate all of this information. This was good. This was fun. We're going to bring back the ladies soon. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. The Voice of Reason has been live. This shit was fire. Tell everybody about it. Share the link. Let everybody know what's up. I should be back on Friday with another heater. Appreciate you guys. Love you. We'll holla soon. Deuces.